about the crime epidemic in Los Angeles. And by the crime epidemic, I really mean Seth Rogan and YouTube's own Casey Neistat going at it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay. They have a nice little Twitter back and forth. We can pop a picture up.
I'm going to pull it up.
And show that.
It actually is kind of friendly.
It's not antagonistic really in any way. I think that if you're someone who's from Los Angeles, we have someone from Los Angeles here. Both of them are clearly living in Los Angeles. Casey used to live in New York. Obviously, that's when he was, doing all these amazing vlogs and really like making vlogging a lifestyle for people. Like all these people who are vlogging right now are doing it because of Casey. Casey started vlogging. He did the vlog every single day. I mean, it's unbelievable what he did. So if you hate vlogs, you blame Casey Neistat. If you love them, then you should thank him. But he revolutionized a form of storytelling on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he was exceptional at it. So he basically, his like kid's car got broken into in LA. He tweets out, I'm hoping we can get that
I think
up.
his car got broken into, and he had stuff for his daughter's birthday, I think is what he was saying. That's what I think, if I'm not mistaken. Mark's pulling it up right now.
So basically, our cars got robbed this morning because Los Angeles is a crime-riddled third world shithole of a city, but tremendous appreciation and gratitude to the hardworking officers of the LAPD West LA who not only arrested the motherfuckers, but they got all of our stolen goods back. Okay. Now, that is what Casey said. Now, what's his face? Seth Rogan responds. He goes, dude, I've lived here for 20 years. You're nuts. Haha. It's lovely here. Don't leave anything valuable in it, meaning the car. It's called living in a big city. And then Casey goes, I can be mad though, right? I feel so violated. And Seth goes, you can be mad, but I guess I don't personally view my car as an extension of myself. And I've never really felt violated any of the 15 or so times my car was broken into. Once a guy accidentally left a cool knife in my car. So it keeps happening. You might get a little treat. And Casey goes, I didn't get any treats. He just took the decorations for my daughter's 7th birthday and left bloody handprints. Serious question. How did your car get broken into 15 times? And he goes, I lived in West Hollywood for 20 years and parked on the street. Also, sucks that your shit was stolen, but LA is not some shithole as far as big cities go. It has a lot going for it. Okay. Couple things going on right now. I think right-wing folks need a new Chrissy Teigen. And unfortunately for Seth, he tweets enough with the opinions that he has where he's about to be that. And I don't know if Seth realizes it, but they're making him that.
Right.
He seems to be tweeting on any big cultural moments. He seems to be sharing an opinion and having it. He might be high, making fucking places to roll your weed up and sell them on the internet, thinking he don't give a fuck, making movies, doing this kind of stuff. But what's going to happen is right-wing people right-wing Twitter need a Hollywood celeb to hate. And he shares all the opinions of the people they like to hate.
Right.
And he engages with
everyday people. He goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And he's getting tons of positive feedback too. So I'm sure all of like his friends that are in Hollywood are like, yeah, tell him our city's not that bad, etc. That's what I did. Like to make the argument for him when I was on Rogan and Rogan was like, New York is whack. I was like, no, it's not. It's fucking great. Yeah. I would defend my city too. Yeah. People were saying New York is falling apart. And I was like, bro, this is New York. Like this is kind of what it looks like. Now, I also understand Casey, which he sees frustration in getting his car broken into. He also probably sees LA, the landscape of LA, looking a little bit differently post-pandemic and even during the pandemic. We see all these videos popping out of people getting robbed while they're eating. Yeah. Very casual robberies. Like, if this is the way to get rid of the, eating in the street thing, then that's the perfect way to do it. Like, if that's how the city wanted to shut down outdoor dining, like, New York, they gave the ability to have all the people eat on the street. Like, the way to do it is just have a few videos of people just getting robbed for their watches while they're eating a fucking smoothie or something like that. I'm eating inside. Here's a video right here. We'll play it. Now, this is 100% a setup. Like, 100% this is set up, but whatever. We'll talk about that later.
So he just pulls up with the gun, with the extendo clip, I think.
And, he got the extendo clip, and then he just takes both their watches, they go back to eating, and then they're out of there.
And these people at this table don't even know.
Nobody has a fucking clue.
It's inside.
Oh, yeah, they went inside. Wow, that's wild. Anyway, point being is that I think Seth is about to become this next version, right? So he should be very careful about that because you know what? Young conservative kids, they like his movies too. They like that humor. Yeah. Right? So I don't think that he wants to become this like very polarizing political figure when he probably doesn't even care. I don't know what he really cares about, but I'm sure he cares more about like making movies than he does like making arguments about whether L.A. has enough crime or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Also, this argument of like it's just life in a big city. It's like, when does that stop? It's like when people are just punching Asians in the head. Is that this is life in a big city?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, don't Asian? Hey, it's life. And when they're beating up Jews and fucking hey,
Yeah.
it's life in a big city.
People do the exact opposite when they talk about America's problems. They'll be like, America, there's like racism here and blah, blah, blah.
This is life in America.
That's America, man.
Just life
get
in
used to it, man. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's a very...
Which I don't think should be the response. It should be like, oh, yeah, it's a great place, but we should try to improve it.
We can approve getting your shit stolen.
Yeah.
But I also understand people being defensive over a city that they live in that is being kind of used in a culture war to showcase that like defunding the police is bad and that Democrat-run cities are shitty.
Yeah.
Right? And I guarantee you, I don't guarantee, but my suspicion is if Casey Neistat did not compliment the police, Seth Rogen doesn't respond.
I don't know.
I think it's
just
the
trashing the city.
I think it's a combination of calling the city a shithole and complimenting the police because those tap into two things.
I think it's the city a shithole, and I also think the one tweet that I thought was telling when he was like, I guess I just don't view a car as an extension of myself. Where a lot of people, you get your car broken into, they feel violated.
Mm-hmm.
To him, it's like you leave a fucking jacket somewhere and someone steals it. Or like you leave an umbrella somewhere and someone steals it. It's like, all right, it's just a thing. You took it. That's fine. Why are you acting so fucking crazy about it?
Yeah.
You don't insult my city because of a fucking car break. And who cares?
Yeah.
You still got the car. I think that's how he's saying. People who fucking love cars and like, that's my baby. Every one of them be like, yo, that's fucked up.
Also, having kids,
Sorry.
I think, plays a role, too.
Yeah,
like, you get your shit broken into,
true.
and they steal something that belongs to your kids that affects your kids. All of a sudden, you're not dealing with your car, you're dealing with an extension of, like, your family and, like...
And Seth
You let
didn't know that
someone
at
near
first
your
either.
kids.
Say again?
You let someone near your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Which
robbery, but still.
it psychologically fucks you up. Whereas, like, if you don't have kids, it's like I don't have kids. If someone broke into my car, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
And Casey also is, I think, a fairly left dude. Like, he was very vocally against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
He said he voted for Biden in 2020. Like, this is a guy that's not like some Republican spokesperson thanking the cops.
But their their public conversation is being used in this culture.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And I think that, unfortunately, for both of them, like, I don't know, Casey never seemed like the most political figure, but I'm not a big Casey fan, so I don't know. I don't really know.
I know he had one vlog that he said it the wrong way, but he was very like, if you are voting for Trump, you are co-signing racism, misogyny, blah blah blah.
Right.
He said some shit like that. He was pretty.
So they probably agree on political shit.
Yeah.
So I think Casey's trying to be objective, going like, "Yo, I've lived here. The city looks worse than it did.
Yep.
We should probably do something to change it." And here's Dove, you're from LA. You've experienced LA. Talk to me.
Absolutely different in the last few years.
Really?
Absolutely, notably, and it's on both sides. So before they were like, okay, the homeless population, that's growing. The police aren't really policing that. The pandemic kind of pushed that forward. But the voting in of this district attorney, which for folks that want to know what really changes your city makeup, he was also the DA of San Francisco. George, piece of fucking garbage, Gascon, go fuck your own face. Came to LA.
Mm-hmm. I'm in.
Won't prosecute people in the same way. And I mean, like, I'm all for, drug crimes, things like that, or, misdemeanors in that sense. But when it comes to crimes and knowing that you can get away with shit, it's open season.
So in other words,
like violent crimes not getting prosecuted the same is what you're saying.
We don't know. I don't know if that what you're saying.
No, violent. He's against that. He wants a different type of reform. He's really dovish.
So the prosecution of a specific crime, if you're believing what Dove is saying, would either promote or inhibit you doing that crime if you were a criminal. Mm-hmm. In other words, right now you see a lot of these videos of people running into a CVS, so they run into a Walgreens and they take a bunch of things. And I think that's basically because like all crime under $900, all theft, is you get a citation. Mm-hmm. It's not looked at as a felony.
Yeah,
right.
And he's been an advocate against cash bail. So people that commit something, I mean, they're just out right away instead of like holding them. And I mean, a lot of these offenders, you're hearing stories like committing 5 crimes in a week, and they just know they're going to be out. So.
Yeah. So I guess, that's frustrating. And then I'm not going to be somebody who sits here and goes, yeah, I understand how a district attorney affects the city. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
But I do understand how the penalty for an illegal activity could change my willingness to do it.
Right.
Given I really needed something.
Right.
For example, let's say I need $500 to make rent, right? And I could steal $500 worth of shit from Walgreens that I could resell, or I could rob someone on the street. Robbing someone on the street, That's different.
Yeah.
I might go to jail for that.
Yeah.
But if I know all I got to do is pay a citation for stealing this shit from Walgreens,
100%.
Yeah. And they're not going to go against you. You try to rob someone, they might fight you. They could kill you. They could have a knife.
yeah.
Go on to CVS and you could just walk out.
And it's easy to not feel bad for CBS. It's easy to be like, I'm robbing a fucking billion-dollar corporation, not some guy going to his job. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good.
That's why those videos, I think we were talking about this yesterday a little bit, but that's why those videos of people getting like robbed while they're eating.
Yeah.
That's why those videos are so profound. Like, it's because when you see someone rob a Louis Vuitton store, there's part of you that's also like, man, fuck Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. I don't see myself in Louis Vuitton. Are you
Yeah,
crazy?
like, no, you're too expensive for me. I can't afford you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on some Robin Hood shit. It's like, finally.
Steal from the rich.
I wish I had the balls to steal some Louis Vuitton.
Boom.
It's like a bank robber movie. Like, I love living through that guy.
You eating a burger and fries, a motherfucker comes up to you while you're on a date with your girl, takes your watch. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that shit's emasculating, bro.
Yeah.
I like watches. I like burgers and fries. I got a girl.
Yep.
That might happen. So Ann takes your girl's watch, too.
Son.
Yeah, it's like, you know
what
I pay for that.
Come on, yo.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
you're
my
robbing me
first nice
twice.
watch. I saw this. I was like, bro, I can't go eating on that with this watch in LA. I got to put on a
Yeah.
fucking calculator
What if someone
watch.
wants my Apple Watch? What if they want,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it could happen.
Yeah.
At any time.
They could just walk in Apple. It's less than $900. Bro. Just walk in Apple, take that shit right off the fucking what is it, the counter or whatever it is? What is
Yeah,
it? Those
the-
little
Yo, hey,
The
real
Genius
talk. If you
Bar.
want a
The
fucking
Genius Bar.
iPhone 11, just go get that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Sprint out the store. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, it's tricky. I totally understand if you're someone from LA, you feel more affected by this, why you'd be upset, and why you would rally to the people defending you, right? The people that are out there going, yo, we need to do something about the crime. Yo, we need to do something about the homeless. Yo, we need to do something. And then you see a guy like Seth Rogan who probably lives, I would assume, in an area where he doesn't have to deal with as much of this stuff. And he's just going, life is good.
Yeah, I don't blame his perspective either, because like he's insulated from it.
Yeah.
Like,
But you can't blame him for not knowing.
yeah.
You can blame, like, if you know for a fact. I think this is why there's so much resentment for the Hollywood elites, if you will, by like the right wing Twitter brigade, is because they're like, you benefit from all the shit we fight for. Like, we don't want to pay a lot in taxes. You don't.
Yeah.
You got these tax attorneys, they're finding ways where you get to skip out on fucking taxes, and then you're going to shit on us for saying we want lower taxes.
Yeah.
Right? You talking about I mean, this is almost like a hacky example, but you talking about the build the wall shit, and it's just like, you have your little walls. You know, you have your little walls that block off your fucking gated communities. Those walls work for you, but you're going to shit on us and call us racist for wanting to build a wall.
Yeah.
I think there's another one about I forget exactly what it was, but the idea is like all the things that we get criticized, the right wing motherfuckers, they're going, all the things we get criticized for, you actually profit from. And you enable in your own lives. So who the fuck are y'all to criticize us?
And I guess they would say conversely, the things you advocate for, you don't got to deal with. So like if you're advocating for like, oh, like open border, like no one's illegal,
Yes.
it's like, yeah, well, you live in a place where it's all white people in a gated community.
Oh, it was the security thing. It was like, yeah, we should defund the police, and it's like, well, you have private
You have
security.
private security, yeah.
No one's touching you no matter what.
Yeah.
So the people that actually might need the police, now they're getting fucked.
Yeah.
You will never get fucked. You'll never get touched. So you can be this advocate for all these things that don't affect you in any way.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, shut your fucking mouth.
But I get their perspective because like they're living their life through their lens and they put themselves in this position where they worked hard and got all this money and they're able to afford all these luxuries that like
They
maybe
don't work
it's
hard. Actors, maybe
Son,
Seth
you do
Rogen.
nothing.
Seth Rogen writes.
He writes and he
I
produces.
give Seth
yeah.
Rogen credit.
Yeah.
If you write, if you direct, if you just act, you don't work hard.
Yeah.
That's why you
Channing
liberal.
Tatum not working. Motherfucker, once he stopped dancing, that motherfucker stopped working. When he was dancing in those movies, that's work.
Yeah.
Choreography, you know,
Magic
that kind of
Mikey
stuff,
was
like,
working.
that was
WERK.
work. Put
Yeah.
that motherfucker back on the pole, yo.
Yo.
I don't want to hear about this shit.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself in a position where you're insulated from life, it's like, yeah, I get why you have that perspective.
Yes.
Like you become out of touch because you put yourself out of touch because being in touch is hard.
But does being out of touch absolve you from criticism for your perspective?
Not necessarily. Like I empathize with it and I get it because like I'm probably out of touch with the shit on a global level.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I
course
mean?
we are.
So I'm like, I get it. Like I'm not really actively working to understand the.
I get it, but he can still be criticized, and maybe that criticism will have him open his eyes and go, "Oh shit, maybe there's something going on right here."
Yeah.
It's just saying, it's easy. It's easy when you're chilling on your fucking massive. I don't know where he lives or how he lives,
Yeah.
but it's easy if you're chilling in the hills on your estate and you have a pool and you're looking over the city, and from above the city look all right.
Yeah.
You know, LA looks fine from above.
Yeah.
You know, it looks beautiful. It looks like there's no crime going on.
At least the
Nobody's
robberies
homeless.
are quiet now.
They're
You know what I
quiet.
mean? Like they're so
Everything's nice.
yeah.
I also
100%.
think he caught some left-wing criticism for this too, because he was detached from society. He's judging the struggles of everyday people.
And that's a
et cetera.
Chrissy Teigen thing.
And that's the. I think this is the perfect Twitter story because it lets everybody be outraged. Yeah. Because if you're left or right, you can be outraged at Seth Rogen. You're so out of touch. And then if you're left, you can be outraged with Casey Neistat. How can you call it a third world shithole? That's too strong. Some like feminist spokesperson came out and was like, the wording was too mean. It's like, bruh,
Yeah,
he
it's
just got
supposed
his
to use third
car.
world.
Yeah, you got your car broken into, but still be PC. Your
Yeah.
daughter's 7th birthday is ruined, but you need to make sure you're not you're not insensitive toward an inanimate object of a city.
I had the who was it? Oh, I gotta keep the name private. But they said their reaction was you can't call it third world because the cops wouldn't come. What do you mean third world? You got your shit back.
Yeah.
The cops ain't coming to help you, and you definitely ain't getting your fucking
That's
shit
second
back.
at least.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
This is the most first world shit that the cops would actually arrest the people that stole your shit out
Yeah.
your car, and you would get everything back.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
only happens exclusively in the nicest parts of the first world.
Yeah, or if you're rich in the third world. So Casey Neistat might have got it anywhere because he's rich as fuck. But that's it. Everybody else, I was gonna
Yeah.
arrest a guy, but he bribed me. So what can
So
you
you
do?
don't even get your kids back when they're stolen in the third world. I don't know if you getting your shit back. You know what I mean? Like that's a maybe in the third world.
yeah.
You get your kids stolen in Mexico,
Yeah.
you better have the money.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Latin American third world. I'm talking Asian American third world.
Oh,
That's
India?
yeah. That's the
They
third
gonna
world
know
I
who
know.
took your shit?
Oh, if you're rich, you're taking care. You're fine. We'll take care of everything.
Really?
If you're rich, if you're politically connected, you're good. Like your life is good. You're protected.
Even if you get robbed, they're gonna get your stuff back.
I think so. We
Wow.
probably got. I think I stayed in a place with like armed guards outside.
Would people be less likely to rob from a rich person because they go, oh, there's gonna be hell to pay
Yeah.
for this? I could just rob from like a slightly richer person than me that doesn't have shit
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then cops
100%.
don't give a fuck.
But yeah, I think the conservative reaction to this is to look at someone like Seth Rogen and be like, yo, this guy's a piece of shit. Like he hates the regular people, he hates conservatives, like blah blah blah.
I think that's unfair.
And I'm like,
That's unfair.
if you're in his spot, you probably think the same thing. I don't think he's an evil person.
I literally.
I just think he's out of touch.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit out of touch, and I think there's also like an uber defensiveness. Like you ever have your girl criticize something that is true about your mom, and you're like, yo,
Yo, why are you
yeah.
saying that?
Yeah,
I
like,
agree,
chill.
but why are you saying it?
yeah, like so, like it can be something that is facts. Like my
Yeah.
mom's Brussels sprouts are trash.
Yeah.
And her carrots were awful. But just hearing my girl be like, yeah, like I tried to pick up the carrot and
Yo,
like,
yo,
the
yo,
fork
yo,
went
yo,
right
yo,
through
yo.
it. And I'm like, yo. I'd ball my fists right now. You keep talking about my mom's trash ass
to
carrots.
be Chris
That's
Breezy
my
in here.
mom's
What are you
trash ass carrots. Yeah. So I think there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Like that motherfucker lived there for a while, put the time in, sees everybody shitting on his city. Just like how I felt with New York. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I don't even care if motherfuckers getting robbed nonstop. That's New York. Don't get robbed, stupid.
Also, if you went through it and you made it, you look at that guy like, yo, shut the fuck up with your little complaining.
Yeah.
Like your parents who made it through tougher shit than you and wherever they're from, when you complain about stuff, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
How many times has happened to me?
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
it. That's not an excuse.
You
Big
did do
deal.
that with New York, big time.
yes.
People were like, Rick Moranis just got punched on the Upper West Side.
Hey,
You're like, yo,
bro.
check your back,
Head
Rick.
on the swivel. Come on, Rick. You know what I mean? Honey,
You've
I
been here too
slumped
long.
the kid.
to not-
Real talk. I did do that, man. We
Yeah.
always.
Now,
hey,
if Rick Moranis got knocked out in L.A., you'd be like, yo, what's wrong with this
LA's
city?
falling apart.
What this?
LA's falling apart. Now, isn't Seth Rogen from Vancouver or some shit?
He's
Yo,
Canadian,
yo,
yes.
Yeah,
He's
don't talk
Canadian.
about Vancouver, bro.
Yo,
Come
my
on.
bad. Okay, you wrong. That's where I took down that creed.
International butt munch. That's all
Hey,
right.
we out here, dogs. We out here.
Tate got banned because he was saying jokes and then acting as if they weren't jokes. He's a smart guy who is also very funny, and he's actually
hysterical.
He's actually thoughtful too. And his mistake was going, I really am this. This is who I am. I am not playing a character, which he was. I am this, and I've embodied this, and this is who I am, and this is what
Manosphere
people
wouldn't say
should
he's
believe.
playing a character with most of the things he's saying. And
listen.
And you're not saying anything different from me, because if you really look at why he got banned, is because of the influence on the impressionable minds.
And the reason why it was influential is because he was like, this is real, and this is how you have this life, and this is how you do these things. he's also said other things that obviously don't get highlighted at all, but like he's worked incredibly hard at the things that he's done and been incredibly successful at those things. It takes a lot of dedication and discipline to do those things. The guy's smart. If you hear him talk, you understand he's smart.
I had more
and
podcasts.
exactly, and he finds a way. He found a way to hack the system. It was like it was really brilliant the way he did it. I think his miscalculation, which I've even heard him talk about, is he's like, now I wish I rephrased them. You never get to the point where you can't control your narrative. And this is the problem with having the removal of access to either YouTube or Twitch or any of these things. Like going out there and getting canceled for fun is not good because you can't control your narrative. Now you got to go on other people's shows and be... I mean, if you look at the Pierce Morgan thing that Tate did, it's like it was this onslaught of questions. He couldn't actually articulate what he wanted to say, and you're at the whim of these other people. Never get to the point where you can't go on a platform and reach millions of people and say exactly how you feel about your situation. You were in a position where people were trying to mischaracterize you, right? You had a million different outlets to go out and say exactly what happened, clear the narrative. If you didn't, if you were canceled, you're what people say you are.
Yeah, but also, here's a very big difference, right? And I always go back to, I'm like, in the level that I'm at now, when I do interviews with people for the first time and they're trying to like figure out my past, the only thing they always, and I always talk to Charlamagne about it, and he said, you're lucky that's the only thing that they could really try to hold on to is like the war in Chirac shit, right? And if that was an ideology.
Well, I wasn't talking about that.
No,
Yeah.
I know. But
Okay.
imagine if that was an ideology that I was still having to live to.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing with Tate. Does Tate get that popular without someone, like, it's not what he was saying. He was also packaging it better than anybody that sounded like him.
Yeah.
That came with
It was
jokes.
unique
that came
thoughts.
with,
Bro, it was-
that came with tongue-in-cheek
This-
comments. So again,
So funny.
There's a lot of
So
those guys.
funny.
Yeah.
so again, it's like, you can't really just kind of say to him now, like, well, if you didn't say that back then, that's all part of why he got to here.
Yeah.
That's why I've also said, and shit, I told my dudes at Fresh and Fit, I said, yo, that rhetoric is not meant for the mainstream. That rhetoric
is meant for niche groups.
for a niche group.
Once it
ceiling
goes
on it.
exactly. Once it goes mainstream, then you risk cancellation. I think that's why, like, the beauty of having an art form, the beauty of having stand-up, or the beauty of having music is you're allowed to touch these topics that are really radioactive in a way where people can digest them. There are jokes that I have that are way more sexist than anything Tate said, but they're funny and it's clearly a joke. So now the information can get out there. Not like I'm trying to like push out truths or whatever. I push out comedy. But when you're going, this is who I am this person, this is my life.
And pushing ideology.
And pushing ideology, which is very important. Now, I think what Tate did is he had this rise to fame that was meteoric, right? Because he was so salacious. My assumption, and I would love to hear what he has to say about it, is that if he reduced how salacious it was by, let's say, 20%, 40%, doesn't matter, it wouldn't be as fast, but it still could rise because at the end of the day, he's an engaging speaker and he's very entertaining. So it's like, how do I get there while at the same time reducing the radioactivity of it? If you look at Ben Shapiro, right? So he was either trolling Mike Brown or Trayvon Martin. I forget exactly what it was, but like on the anniversary of the death,
Yikes.
there was a troll tweet that I think is still out there. He made his bones being salacious. Maybe not as salacious as Tate, but it was salacious. He was antagonistic. He was pushing. Now, he's retracted. He even put out a book where he's like, we got to hear both sides. He has the Daily Wire, which is a news organization that is putting out content. He's become way more mainstream and palatable because his rise to the top wasn't as meteoric.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. In that realm, you only get to, like, after Kevin Samuels died, you only became the guy
If you went as
were
hard.
super salacious.
You got to up
But you
the
don't got to be
morphine.
the guy. You could slowly get there.
Yeah, but that rhetoric in itself, the audience that's digesting it doesn't want middle of the road shit.
They don't want.
They want
yeah.
extreme shit. So again,
That's the price you pay them for extreme.
no, but that's what I'm trying.
Without art behind it.
It's-
If you put art behind it, you could do it. But if you don't put art behind it, like the drill music, perfect example. If you make art out of these horrendous things, we'll listen to it, we'll enjoy it, we'll take it in. If you just go on a pod, you're like, yeah, I'm out here murdering, I'm doing this. The police are calling the next day. What do you mean you did that murder?
Yo, if Tate didn't go as hard, he wouldn't be as nearly as big.
But
Yeah.
he would.
Because
His point is,
you
it
know
could
who
be.
was going harder? The dude from Fresh and Fit, Myron. The way he packages it isn't with enough comedy and with enough, I would say, maybe social
A lot
proof
of
like
people,
Tate.
and I'm not picking on anyone, but a lot of people in that community tend to regurgitate stuff that I feel like a lot of us have heard if you're old enough. The thing about Tate was it's funny in a unique way and it's packaged in a unique way. It seems more thoughtful and it seems like there's more depth to it. So it was, in that sense, more quote unquote dangerous in that it's gonna get a lot more people to be like, oh, this guy's talking something I haven't
By the way,
heard
he's
before.
pivoted. I think this is a smart move by him. Because one of the things he got in trouble for was when, even on Piers Morgan, they said, do you really believe your wife is your property? And really, he's trying to quote some religious, biblical
shit.
historic things. And they're shitting on him. If he was really like, and I think that's why he's kind of like leaning into religion, that he could throw it back on religion and say, how about you go to war with religion, not me? Right?
Yeah.
Because before, he's literally, they're like, wait, he's explaining like, well, doesn't the father give away the wife and does the last name, all that stuff? And they're just looking at him like, so you're just saying it's property, right? Once they get that yes, you're misogynistic.
Yeah.
Now he gets to say, listen, I'm going by the letter of the Quran.
Yeah, he really conveniently found Islam.
Oh,
a
is he
perfect time.
Muslim
Oh,
now?
yeah.
You
And
didn't see
now-
the video?
No.
Yeah.
Video of him praying. I don't know.
Which, by the way,
This
is a
bothers
good
me
move for
bit.
him because a lot of his ideals and things he says, his philosophies matches with a more traditional time that usually Islam kind of supports.
And here's the genius of it.
That's
Here's the
fucking
genius of going Islam. Liberals will go at Christianity all day. They're not going to go at Islam nearly as quickly.
Bingo.
So if you find Islam and then you can quote anything in Islam that makes it seem like it supports what you're saying, even if it actually doesn't,
Yeah.
a lot of liberals are going to be like, well, I guess.
You know what he said? He said, listen, I found Islam because I've realized it's the last religion that exists.
It's true.
And
Of the Abrahamic ones, yeah.
well, he's
that
just
mean?
saying that he says
It's the last religion to come
Christianity.
about.
No, he says Christianity ain't shit because there's too much tolerance. So now, if you read the scripture and it says, hey, you can't be gay, you'll have a gay preacher and it'll be like, oh, you got to accept everybody. So it's kind of being hypocritical. He's like, at least with Islam, is completely, this is how you got to be, no way else. It's less tolerant.
Can I say, the point that this just proves my point. One of the most searched figures.
Oh, he actually said it.
Yeah. So one of the most searched figures in history, right? Like there was a point in time where he was the most searched person on the internet.
Oh, he said any Christian who believes in good and understands the battle against evil must convert. Now, he's smart, man.
So, but think about this. He converted to Islam, which should be news for the most Googled person to convert. I didn't even know. Why do I not know? Because he let all of his platforms get stripped from him. You never let your mouthpiece get
his
taken
influence
from
is
you.
still up. He's all over. Hold on. By the way,
He made like 18 million on Hustlers University or something crazy like that. Like he's still getting his.
No,
bag.
he was making
No,
great
he was
money.
like
There's no
this month.
question.
This
No,
month.
there's no question he's making good money. My point is he can't control his narrative. There's a difference between making money and the ability to control your narrative.
So Ellen, everybody I know, my perception of Ellen is the greatest, nicest lady, just the best. Comes out on talk shows like a white Oprah, giving away shit all the time. Everybody gets gifts. Also, much like white Oprah, apparently not that great of a person in real life. And I had heard this once or twice before, but I kind of just dismissed it as like, sometimes you hear these little Hollywood rumors and you don't, it's like, how seriously can I take it?
Yes.
And then someone started a thread on Twitter that was basically just, I'll donate $2 to some charity for every shitty story I get of Ellen. Just a story of Ellen being mean. Yeah. And he got like thousands of responses or something crazy like that.
What?
And then he ended up taking like 150 or something that sounded believable.
Yeah.
And some of them
he rounded up to 300 and then he donated the $600 instead. Now it's a little unfair because you're rewarding people for saying the shitty stories. But I was speaking to certain people whose opinions I respect, and they were telling me that a lot of these that he heard were absolutely true and from sources that he believes are true. Now, it's interesting that all of a sudden that people are coming out now. I think this is what happens when people are concerned that we're not going to go back to business as usual.
Like when you feel like you could use Ellen for your career, you want a writing job, etc.
Yeah.
Then you're with it.
Yeah.
But when you're like, oh, we're not going back to normal, then we might as well blow the whole thing up.
Yes.
And I think that's what's happening because you see a lot of like people in the industry, like people that are respected.
Did you hear anything beyond these stories are true, or
Meaning,
did you hear anything additionally? Did you get any other inside info?
I just got inside info that these stories are, I can't say they're true because I'm not there, but of people we know. So it's not some random person that was like a PA on the show.
Yeah.
It was like a writer or a comic that we know, both of us.
Okay.
And we're like, why would she lie about that?
Yeah.
She
She is interesting.
Why would she lie
interesting.
about that? I want to get it up because I want to read some.
Yeah, the first I heard about it was somebody, and this is actually about another guy. He wrote for James Corden. And then somebody was like, how was he? He was like, nah, he's not that nice. And everybody, the guys were like, really? He seems so nice. He goes, it's the same shit Ellen does. You know, you seem really nice on camera, and then off camera, it's not like that. And then,
So this is what we're working with, right?
Yeah.
Go on.
yeah, but then I was just like, really, Ellen? And he was like, yeah, when the cameras ain't on, Ellen is.
Here's some of the things, the accusations made against Ellen. TV writer Benjamin Simon replied to Porter's tweet with, she has a sensitive nose, so everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home and shower. Reasonable.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think what happens is, like, she's the king or queen or fucking bull dyke. I don't know what you call her, right? But
The bull cracker.
the bull
if you
cracker.
will.
She's the bull cracker, right? Of her kingdom. So when you have your kingdom, you decide the rules.
Yeah, that David Letterman used to have a rule, even if you're like a guest on the show, nobody walks down the hall. Nobody's in the hall when he's walking down the hall.
That's interesting.
Which, in my mind, people were making an asshole thing, but I'm like, he probably just wants his time before the show.
You don't want people to interrupt him, come up to him.
I want to get in the zone.
That's another thing is like what I'll try to do, and what I'm sure Akaash will try to do is like we'll make arguments for why these are reasonable. And
Yeah, because I'm hearing them. I'm like,
what
why?
a fucking asshole.
Yeah, they're being,
But sometimes there are good arguments for people acting what is perceived as a dickhead.
Now, I won't defend all these. That's the one that I was like, I guess, like,
Son, the only issue I have with that is she don't make people take gum right before they enter the office of the building. Like, you should have good breath for everybody in the building.
okay.
Like, we've all worked with people whose breath fucking stink.
Yeah.
And then you got to talk to this guy all day.
yeah.
Right? There's this guy following around Charlemagne. Remember that writer dude who wrote Gangster, American Gangster?
Yeah.
The old white man, were you working with us back
No,
then?
I don't think so.
So the old white guy that wrote American Gangster, he was following Charlemagne around to write a New York Times article. And this guy would close talk to you, and his fucking mouth stunk. His breath stunk. It smelled like tuna sandwiches. It was horrendous. And I remember this entire time going like, I wish there was some way where I could force him to clean his mouth.
And I'll say this about
She
that
can do
story. If Diddy did that, I'd be like, that's great. Diddy's great. Diddy's the best. If that's a Diddy story, I'm on board.
Yeah.
I guess we already have it in our minds. He's kind of an asshole and he's brutally honest and all that. But like, I'd be like, yeah, that's Diddy.
And also, if she framed it like this, she was like, everybody here deserves to work in a environment
Yeah.
that is conducive to conversation. So you must take a bite of this gum when you come in so your breath is good. Sometimes you don't realize your breath is good, but you must do it. And also, if you smell bad, you're not showering, you're insulting the people who work around you.
Yep. Easy sell. That's
This is
easy.
great. I
think,
love
I
this.
think you tell them in a nice way. You don't force them to go home and shower.
No, you got to go.
Because that's like telling everybody in the office, hey, this person stinks today. Go to fuck home.
Nah, you
or
don't
you
have to
can
say it like
nicely
that.
bring them to the side and be like, is everything okay? And like, just what if they going through something, they depressed or some shit like that? Like, don't embarrass them in front of the whole staff.
That shit works, bro.
Also,
shit
sensitive
works.
nose. It's a woman. Like everybody in here got a girl, and they got some weird, and probably we have one too, but I'm too sexist to admit it. They got some weird personal quirk that you're like, that's just some shit she does. I mean, she's just she does this thing. She hates this thing. Whatever. Like I
But
don't.
you don't call her out in public.
No,
When
I
she
won't
does a
call
thing.
my girl out, but every girl has these like idiosyncratic, like, this is just a weird thing I'm
This is
finicky
just
about. Ellen got
being
a strong
chick,
ass
is
nose.
what she's saying.
okay.
Ellen's thing is she got a strong ass nose. She can't, and if you're fucking worth, hundreds of millions of dollars and motherfucker smells to you, you can send him home.
All right.
That I don't think is
Let me
super
hear-
nice.
let me-
Next.
yeah, let me hear ones-
A new staff member was told every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault. Just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. They didn't believe it, but it ended up being entirely true.
That I can believe, and I do know people like that.
Isn't
And
that
I think
better than
that's-
being mean to everyone?
Nah, yo.
Like, think about it. You're
Nah,
just
yo.
mean to one single
Nah, yo.
person at the office.
Because that's bullying, and we won't stand for bullies on any level.
You're a bully. You bully me all the time.
We talking about bully
You're
you,
a fucking
son.
bully, bro.
Nah,
Akaash,
son.
you're a bully.
Shut the fuck up and do the next tweet.
See what I'm talking about? Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Bro, this guy goes on Crow's Got Talent. He can't wait to trash motherfuckers. They didn't even sing yet.
That's the best thing. I love that shit.
No, I didn't trash anybody. Only the guy who just said, hey, look at my weed. I have no talent. All right, man, grow up. Grow the fuck up, dog. We learning.
I was actually going to tell you that. I was going to tell Drew needs to start fucking getting at these motherfuckers more. Treat it like the front row at your shows.
I do.
If anybody
Nah,
can
you
be the
too
Simon,
nice.
it's you.
Say again?
Mark be the most vicious, yo.
Yeah.
Mark be
Mark's
low-key
scared,
sniping all
son.
these
He be
people,
scared,
yo.
bro.
He be shitting
You
on
feel
everybody,
bad.
yo.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but he says it under his breath in the back. Like, they don't really hear that shit.
You gotta do it to their face. No, but my is it my feeling of this is like, yes, I'm gonna roast people and I'm gonna fuck with them, but at the same time, you gotta understand, like, a lot of times these people, when they join the Corona's Got Talent thing, they're like, yo, man, it's so great to meet you. I love your stuff.
You're in a very
all
tough
this kind of
spot there.
stuff. Like, nobody's a fan and respects Simon Cowell. You know what I mean? Like, no one looks at Simon Cowell and be like, you're great at what you do. What do you do again?
Yeah, they don't love him beyond America's Got Talent.
Yeah, they're like, you have an opportunity for me. I want to use you for
I'm
your
saying you're the
opportunity.
one who could get away with it. Or maybe Alex
But
could.
I do be fucking with them.
But
You
and
know what I
also
mean?
it's hard if like somebody's singing and they're nervous and it's like
I
some
wanna
sweet
build them
girl.
up.
It's like, yo, I don't want to shit on this person. But a guy who's like, hey bro, I love you. Look at my weed.
They
Go
get it.
fuck yourself, yo.
Nah, they get it. These
Yeah.
people get it. The other thing is, like, I truly want people to do their best.
Yeah.
So if I started out trashing them,
100%.
well, but if their shit sucks, then we go after it.
Yeah.
You know? Unless it's a delusional girl and she's just singing crazy, then it's just fun to watch.
So, everyone, request to come on Corona's Got Talent.
Okay. I worked Real Food Daily, served her at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I had worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning. I almost got fired.
A letter's crazy. Writing a letter, the level of white woman that is to write a letter, that's wild, yo.
Yeah, she's.
That's
I don't know. This
wild, yo. Writing a letter?
Motherfuckers, when they get
I have another
power,
food
they
one.
get crazy, man.
She polices her crew's lunch orders. Nobody allowed to eat fish. They would come hide on our stage to eat when they wanted to be away from her.
Yo, that's great.
You still feel these are reasonable?
Say what?
You still standing by their
Nobody
reasonable?
want to smell fish all day, bro.
So, this guy.
If you
fantastic,
don't
man.
have to. If you don't have to.
Fish is fantastic. Now, if you got 150 people, if you coming into my office and you got to chew gum, cool. I'm talking to 5 people a day. 150 people on the show and none of them can eat
Nah,
fish.
this one's fire right here. An old friend worked on her lot, smiled and said good afternoon to her one day, and she became unhinged. Who do you think you are? You don't look at me. Yada, yada, yada.
Yo,
Yeah, that's that.
That
That's
bitch is real, bro. Ellen is not fucking around, bro. Come on.
yo.
Come on, yo.
Yo, where's the one? There was one foul ass one where somebody's gonna go to another job, and then Ellen like begs them, like, "Yo, please stay, don't take this job." They go to Ellen respectfully, and like, "Yo, I'm gonna take this other job. It's a great opportunity, whatever." Ellen's like, "Please, I need you. Please, you gotta stay with me, whatever." Fired the bitch a week later.
No.
Yeah,
Word.
it's there somewhere.
I don't see it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Maybe it's in the in more, but that's wild. But you know what? This is what it's like when you have a girlfriend. This is what I think a lot of people don't realize, right? It's like we're shocked that a woman is capable of these things, and under normal circumstances, you should be shocked,
Yeah.
right? But then you realize that she's a bull.
She's a bullcracker.
She's a bullcracker,
Right.
right? And when you're a bullcracker, you have to deal with a woman, and she flips bitches, right? I don't think Portia Rossi was
Probably.
also a bullcracker.
I think we're just assuming that though because she was cute.
What's
Are you just assuming that because she was pretty?
100%. I don't believe in beautiful lesbians, bro. I don't believe in beautiful bullcrackers, bro. I don't think they exist, dog, for real.
I heard that like
Beautiful bullcrackers?
I heard this like 10 years ago from another Alex we're cool with. He's
Go.
like, they're all bi. Every pretty lesbian is bisexual.
If you're a beautiful
and I have yet to
bullcracker-
see that disproven.
Yeah, if you're a beautiful bullcracker,
Gorgeous bullcracker.
gorgeous, beautiful bullcracker is fun too.
Yeah, okay.
But if you're like a bad bitch, beautiful bullcracker,
Right, okay, I got you.
there's
What
no
is it
way
again?
you're 100% lesbian. I can't buy that.
If you're a bad bitch, beautiful bullcracker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you
you're-
can't be.
If you're a beautiful bad bitch bullcracker. Son, there's no way. There's no way. You know what Ellen is? She's just Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone grown up. Like if Macaulay Culkin, what's his name?
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, what's the character's name? in
Kevin
Home Alone?
McAllister,
She's
son.
Kevin McAllister
Yo,
grown
I
up.
know you don't know that cracker's name, yo.
Son, I did not know that cracker's name.
Yo.
But I think that, yeah, I think she's just the grown-up version of that. And that's fine. And she's a fucking bitch. But you know what? That's what it is. That's when you have to deal with some annoying wife all day. That's going to wear on you. If you have to go home and deal with your annoying wife, who probably has shitty-ass breath, okay? Probably loves eating fish. All she's doing is correcting the wife shit at home, at work. So she don't got to deal with that at work. You got to blame Portia de Rossi.
Portia?
Is that her name?
Yeah.
I gotta see this bitch.
Yeah. She's pretty.
She's pretty bullcracker.
She's a pretty bullcracker.
Yo,
What?
I'm trying to find this story. I can't find it, but it's there somewhere.
This funny bitch.
Yeah, she's in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
She is?
Word?
I didn't
I didn't know
watch
she
that
was
one.
lesbian. She didn't give me lesbian vibes when I watched.
I don't think she
Arrested
is.
Development.
There you go.
And then another one, she had Anne Hesh. Another one she flipped. Ellen flips bitches, bruh.
Nah, Ellen may be Tiger King in this
She's the
bitch.
fucking Joe Exotic.
She's Tiger King.
She's fucking Joe
Not
Exotic.
even a lesbian, son.
She's no, Ellen's lesbian.
No. This girl, Portia.
Neither of them are lesbian.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. It all makes sense.
It all makes sense now. So your deal also, Ellen is stressed because she knows that she has a woman at home that really isn't into her.
Yeah.
She's into the lifestyle. She's into the power. She's into the opportunity that Ellen can give you. But she's not really into you, so you're stressed. That hurts you. That's Joe Exotic. Yeah.
Yo.
This shit makes all the sense.
That's it.
Yo, if she offs herself, son.
No, she's not going to off herself. But
You never know.
she's not
That.
going to off herself. Yeah, real talk.
Talk about these high schoolers all doing drugs and banging each other.
Oh, yeah. Euphoria.
Why is everyone talking about this?
I've
shit?
never seen this show.
I just started watching it like 2 weeks ago.
Explain this show to me.
All right, so the show centers around Zendaya's character.
She's great, by the way.
She's great.
Great
dude.
in Spider-Man. She's great in Dune. She's
Very-
just awesome.
She's very funny and good at being funny in dramatic moments.
Yeah.
Good at the drama. I saw that movie on Netflix, Malcolm and Marie, and I wasn't that impressed. But Spider-Man, she's great, and in this show, she's great. And she's just like, I think she low-key kind of like this generation's like Beyonce. Where like, this is the girl that everything she does, she knocks it out the fucking park.
That's a good take.
So this show, it was too fucking wild for me, and it makes me sad to watch. But it centers around this girl. Yeah, for sure. It centers around this girl, high school girl, who has a drug addiction, mental health issues, drug addiction, loves taking drugs, and she navigates her life in high school around all these other high schoolers who have their own shit going on. So like, she falls in love with a girl who's trans, got the surgery mad young, I think, born as a boy, now as a girl. They have a relationship.
Smash?
I'm sure they don't show it, but in the fucking first episode, one of the opening scenes, that girl gets fucked by a dude who is a grown man with kids, married. This is a crime that you watch happen.
On who? Wait, who committed the
Guy,
crime?
the grown ass man fucks that trans girl who's like 16 years old or whatever.
But did the trans girl say that?
Yeah,
she
she
was
signed
trans?
up. She wanted it. They met up. It was in a hotel room.
But said that she was trans.
I think he knew. They make it pretty clear he knows.
Okay. Yeah, that's wild.
Wild. Mad drug use, like the fucking there's like the good-looking white kid, but he's got his own issues. I think they do a great job of telling the story and somehow painting every figure, no matter how shitty they are, in a at least somewhat empathetic light. Like normally, you watch a show like this, the straight white guy is just a piece of shit through and through, and he's the constant villain, and you have no room for empathy for this guy. They give you a little room for empathy for this guy. You're like, oh, this guy dealing with some shit too, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a fucking great actor too. That guy is great. Full ass Australian. You can't tell at all he has an accent. And when he was talking about some of the character shit, I was like, oh, this is why some actors deserve my respect. Some. Because he found the place, the way he's talking about it, he's like, yo, he found the empathy for this guy. Because you got to play a fucking monster.
Yeah, and if we can have a shred of empathy,
then you can play him more three-dimensional.
Yeah.
And this is, to your point, HBO kill scripted series.
Fuck, they do, man.
And
And just the best.
This show is everything that is good about HBO in one show. It is raw as fuck.
Is it weird
shot
that they're
beautifully.
teenagers
It's
that are having
weird, dude.
sex?
That's what
No,
makes me
it's not.
sad, bro.
Why is it not?
Because this shit is going on. It's so depicted of real life.
So is a
It's-
lot of stuff, and we don't have to watch it.
No, but all these people are of age. They're not actual teenagers.
Right.
They're just playing it.
Right.
So it's like, you know that, so you don't feel icky about it.
I didn't
But
watch
mean,
Kids, so I usually stay away from that kind of shit.
I watched
this,
Kids.
Yeah, this one my wife was watching, so
grew
I
up.
sat down.
With kids.
Is this a show?
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
About a bunch of fucked up kids in New York, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like Rent, the straight version.
Yeah.
Like, you know how
Teenage.
the play Rent?
Teenage
like,
straight version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody gets AIDS. Like, that's basically what happens in
Oh
this.
shit! Oh, it's like
real-
Skins or some shit.
Yeah, it's like this was Skins is like I think the British version, but
Yeah.
this was a really popular movie. It took place basically like in my neighborhood. Like I saw like these kids like skateboarding and that kind of shit, and like it was just like really fucking. I mean, it was dark. It was like a really dark look at like teen sexuality and drug use and like
yeah.
partying.
It
and,
is
like,
this is dark, dude. There are multiple
yeah.
scenes.
Rosario Dawson got her start in that part.
I think she was
like-
also in Rent, the movie.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Oh, the
AIDSy.
gay run.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gay one, yeah. But it was. I mean, it's a really fascinating like movie. Like, watch it. It's fucked up.
That's how I feel about this. It's
Yeah.
fucked, but it is well done. It's like undeniably a well done show. And I think one of you guys asked, does it scare you to have kids? And it truly does.
Yeah.
And not just because the kids are so wild in that like old sense of like, oh, the world is going to hell.
Yeah.
It really let me know how out of touch I am with kids. Like, I'm 37. I'm not
Yeah.
crazy old, but I'm so fucking out of touch with these 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, gender seems kind of fluid. Sexuality definitely seems fluid. Drug use is just a casual thing. Like,
Yeah.
just the way you guys see the race is truly not a factor, and not in a heavy-handed, corny way.
Yep.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, it's cool. They don't see race as an issue at all.
Super P.
Yeah, it's wild P.
Yeah, it's like Super P. Like that's like mad P. But
Like just, and then I thought about like in 20 years when I have kids talking to me about the metaverse and they're just living in this fucking thing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, I have no idea how to help you. I have no idea how to guide you through whatever the fuck this is. I'm so out of touch, and it's only gonna increase exponentially how out of touch I am every year. When I have kids who are 16, 17 trying to navigate teenage years, I'm gonna be like, dog, I got no clue what you're even saying to me.
fuck. That's overwhelming.
It is,
kinda
dog.
wild.
I'm watching that
I'm
shit.
moving to a ranch, B.
Can we talk about this MLK Fortnite thing? real
Yes,
quick?
please. Yes,
Bro,
yes.
this shit is so funny.
Okay, go.
So
go.
Fortnite basically does these like virtual events.
You know what Fortnite is out?
Yeah, that I do.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying so hard to be young, son. Like,
No, I don't even play
he's
Fortnite.
trying so hard.
You're trying to be
son.
young, bro.
He trying
Bro,
so-
you have a
Look at
Fortnite
he-
character
Yo,
tattooed
F,
on your
dog.
arm.
F,
Like legit.
dog.
Wait, you have a
F.
Fortnite character tattoo on your arm?
Yes, he
MLK.
does. He's
Oh,
got
I'm
MLK
okay.
on his arm.
I don't know. He's trying to make a joke.
Bro, there's some Mexicans died laughing right now. I'm telling you.
Go, go.
All right,
F,
so,
bro.
all right, yo, Shifty's in the mix. Let's go, Shift Dog.
Nah,
Yo,
you
be
should
here to
stay.
laugh
Just
at
make sure
these
he's
jokes.
fucking accurate
Yo,
at all
be,
his
be
bullshit.
here to laugh at these references. And don't knock
Because
over that
he
fucking
just
camera.
Wikipedia this shit before
right,
he
go.
came in. Go.
Go.
All right, so basically, Fortnite does these virtual events, right? Where they had like a
Is that
Travis
the video
Scott
game
concert.
where you gotta like build scaffoldings?
I mean, actually, it is. You're thinking of Minecraft, but you actually do build
Nah,
scaffolding.
I think you build scaffoldings and then you like do a lot of jumping and shit.
That is
right?
true.
Yeah,
that is
okay.
true.
I thought that shit was SimCity.
No, SimCities you build like actual like cities and shit like that.
Or
But
son, you don't know how
Fortnite
to-
is you build
Oh, Dub
scaffoldings.
definitely played Sims as a
Fortnite, you
kid.
fucking parachute in and shit like
You
that.
had so
I
many
do
systems.
dances. You can do dances in
Oh,
Fortnite
dancing.
too.
Dance
So you
lit.
dance and build scaffoldings.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right,
you,
let's go.
you
Dance
steal
Dance
Yeah,
Revolution.
you steal dances from black kids and then you do them in the
It's
game.
not stealing, it's sharing. You
Oh,
don't
so
think
it's
black
TikTok.
kids play Fortnite,
Yeah.
bro?
So this is TikTok.
It's not the video game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
good,
Yeah.
good,
So
good.
I'm on
TikTok, the
board.
video
There we
game,
go.
and basically
Okay.
they do these virtual events where you don't really like play on the map, but you can go and watch the event virtually.
So they have like a concert.
Travis Scott did a concert, and then
old dork ass.
He wild dorky, yo.
Yeah, I know.
and the most recent one they did is they did a
Shouts to you,
virtual
Travis.
playing of Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial
Oh, that would go wrong.
in Fortnite.
That's lit. So all these kids that don't even know what the fuck
Oh my
the
god.
"I Have a Dream" speech is.
They're
they
from
don't know who the fuck
Portugal.
Abraham
They're not even
Lincoln
from
is.
America. They don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a global game. Okay, so
Yeah.
they just pulled up.
And so the funniest part of the whole shit, so obviously like kids are just like doing dances and shit like in front of the memorial. Like he's talking and this kid's just fucking busting it out. And then the best part is that they
That
took
is
off.
his dream, though, in a way, is white
White
kids
kids
dancing
and
with black
black
kids.
kids. Holy
Yeah, that's a
shit.
good point. Doing
Let's
black
go.
dances, coming
Let's
together.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
All right.
But then on top of that, like first off, MLK was like a known pacifist. Like he was a non-violence advocate. He hated the war in Vietnam, and he was a socialist. And then literally Fortnite is a capitalist violence game. So I'm like, I don't know if this is necessarily.
But it's not real
It's
violence.
a video game.
It's
so
violent. You're killing people with guns.
It's a video
No,
game.
but it's not real violence.
So I wish that was actually a setting where you got to dress up as FBI in the game.
That'd be sick.
And then if you shot MLK, at least it would be accurate. You know what I mean?
Chill out, bro.
Whoa.
What? I'm saying he was assassinated by the FBI. Is that not true?
No.
Who? Oh, CIA. Excuse me.
Fucking
Damn,
idiot.
you old motherfucker.
idiot. I told you, Wikipedia
I
Yeah,
don't
and
even
it's
know if
facts
he
are
was
wrong.
assassinated by the CIA. I think they just let him die. I
do
think
you
that
mean?
was the issue.
You don't think CIA killed him?
Who? Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
No, I think he was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. Right?
James Earl Ray. I actually know that
Who
one.
is he killed by?
James
James
Earl
Earl
Ray.
Ray.
Yeah.
The motherfucker that played Star
Darth
Wars.
Vader,
Oh
dog.
my
Darth
God.
Vader.
Star Wars.
Oh shit, my bad.
Damn, you almost treat him like MLK, bro. Jeez.
I shot you like the CIA. Yup. That's what you get, motherfucker. At least I hit this, so I didn't damage you.
Yo, son, this is where my face is. I moved it up.
I did it on purpose.
I literally
my
moved
aim
it
is
up.
nice with it. You see, my aim is
If
nice.
I didn't move the mic, that shit would have hit me right in my face.
This guy's crazy, bro. You are
Son, you just broke
crazy,
the
son.
monitor,
An
dog.
eye for an eye, son.
destroy
An
shit.
eye for, it's Fortnite. It's
Why would
Fortnite
I talk
out
about
here,
Martin
son.
Luther King? This is
It's
violence.
Fortnite.
Martin Luther
It's
King said
Fortnite,
pacifism,
son.
bro.
It's Fortnite.
Why can't you just love each other?
Hey,
Jeez.
Miles, order another monitor. Miles, bring a monitor.
Why
in.
do we have the
need a
white
new
man and the
monitor.
black man fighting, bro? Why can't we just come
Why
together?
do you have to throw shit at me? Why do you have to start it?
I was just helping you out. Get movement right. Your head
If I
game.
didn't, I literally went like this.
Nah.
I moved it up.
I threw
and
it
blocked
right
it.
at the mic,
There's
son.
no
I
way.
threw it right at the
Also,
mic.
that
I
shit was
aimed for the
coming
mic.
mad fast.
Yeah.
You
You
throw this
threw that
fast.
shit
I
under-
No, I
Unnecessarily
didn't throw it
hard.
as fast. It just sounded crazy because it bounced off that.
Damn.
And broke apart when it.
But how fast am I just to move it out of the way? So just
No, you did actually have a shield. I don't know if you got a power up from getting a loot box, but you definitely blocked that pretty
I think
good.
I loot boxed it, dude. I think I totally loot boxed it.
Hilarious.
Okay. Why did that shit break so easy?
Hilarious. It's so
Why
much
that shit
fun.
broke?
So that's crazy.
That
I'm
TV's
so glad.
struggling.
I'm so glad it was. Nah. I'm
you
just
did a
so glad it
full
wasn't the fucking
baseball
IMAX.
wind-up.
Yo, this guy's strong, man. That's what happens.
I considered that though. I considered that monitor would be fine to break. As long as I hit that monitor.
Why,
Yeah.
Did you miss Al on purpose?
No.
Nah.
I tried.
My head moving, son. Come on, I'm
No,
dancing.
you did have good head movement. Okay, so back to your story. Okay.
Jake Paul.
Yo,
Who?
what historical event would you want to see as a virtual Fortnite
I want to see
event?
that again. That's what I want to see.
That would be fire, actually.
Where would I want to go for virtual Fortnite?
Yeah, what event you want historically?
I would like to be at the play where Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
Oh, that'd be a fire one.
That'd be sick. Because there's a few people that play like, man, this shit is boring as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, man, something happened, bro. Why you always bring me this shit?
Yeah, my girl forced me to go to this goddamn play. Can something exciting happen, please?
And then seeing my man make the jump, you're like, yo.
Yeah, that'd actually be sick.
Like that leap from the opera box was probably kind of dope.
yeah, the
Yeah.
parkour front
Yeah.
flip.
It was the first parkour.
Yeah, it was a front flip, I think.
That was like next level Matrix, like Neo shit. Have you seen that? Oh,
Yeah, is
that
it-
TV's out.
It was kind of.
It was the way
on,
it's
son.
a fucking
Dodge,
Donda
son.
album cover now.
It really is, bro. Damn, bro. You are influential, Donald Glover.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Donald.
Dude, why did it give up now? Nothing else is happening. Why the whole shit gave up?
I don't know.
Dude, what a bitch ass TV. What is that, LG?
Because you blasted.
Bro,
What
let's go!
did you throw at it?
You threw a lipstick at me.
No, you know
That was lipstick?
Yeah.
fucking Blistex or whatever
you
it
know,
was.
you know what this is? This is you are good, son.
What happened?
That's just reminded me of my broken ass TV, son. You are good, son.
Oh, did we tell that story?
Yeah, we did already.
Yeah, we
Told that
did.
story.
Yes,
Yeah, we
please,
did.
if anybody wants to swap out my TV, fuck with your boy.
I heard there's even more details to it.
I heard Costco can do it.
I heard there's even more details to it.
What? There's no new shit.
I heard some good old shit, bro. I heard some good old shit.
But Mark, yours works.
This motherfucker making people do his dirty work.
Oh, you should.
He wasn't even making the call. He wasn't even making the call to see if it was
He's an
going to work.
idea guy.
Yeah.
We need to get my TV working.
Oh yeah.
Somebody make this happen.
You won't let someone else get arrested for you. This guy's a crazy
Nah,
motherfucker.
you crazy.
Okay.
Yo,
Anything else
that
from
was
this
crazy,
Fortnite?
bro?
Yeah. So the craziest part is that
Remember we doing karaoke?
Yo, remember you threw a hard thing at me? Like you could have bruised my whole
I
head.
threw it at the mic. I'm nice.
I
My
moved
aim
the
is
mic
nice.
to protect my face.
My
Yeah.
aim is nice, bro.
Son, that was unbelievable timing. That was destiny. Donda.
that's the noise that it made.
Jiggity
Donda, donda,
Little
donda.
jiggity donda, dude. Okay, go.
So because they knew that all these Fortnite kids were going to go
interested in this
crazy.
shit. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, after Al's life was almost
still
taken from us,
talking, son.
it's kind of hard to come
How is
back
he the
from.
victim? I'm the victim.
Bro,
You gotta own it, me.
Look at the mic.
Oh my
Son,
god! Oh my goodness!
I just put a little lipstick on it, son.
wow,
Nah, I put a little
Alex!
lipstick on it. son.
Jeez,
Bro.
you almost
No,
took his
no, no, no.
life.
You see where it hits. The light spot is where it hit because I put
we
a
have
little
playback.
lipstick.
We'll
There's
see where
a
it hit.
dent on the mic. That's how hard you threw it at it, son.
Damn.
That's not for me. Good.
That looked
It
like
hit
that.
right here. It hit right
No.
here.
Nah,
where you
there's
see
a-
the shiny spot is where it hit.
You threw that shit hard, son. That shit would
Yeah.
have broke my
Akaash,
tooth.
you
You
see
almost
where it
fixed
hit.
his
I see the
nose, bro.
lipstick.
What the
Dude,
fuck?
that's fucked up.
Damn.
I would have fixed his nose.
That's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you broke it.
You literally dented the whole mic.
Yo, that shit is
would've
actually
hurt me.
dented, bro.
I'm glad that I threw it that hard.
you
at
should have kept
and
it
I
away.
wish it hit you.
You should have. You
Where's the top?
Yeah, of course you wish it hit him. It broke your fucking monitor.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I know how I
that's
do it.
stupid.
We don't even know if the cameras are on anymore.
Okay, go.
The camera might
Tell
just
us-
be
Tell us
facing me.
the craziest part of this Fortnite. Mark's been trying to tell us this for 3 hours.
This stupid
No,
ass
before the
thing.
podcast, he's like, we gotta talk about this Fortnite thing. Go.
All right, so because they knew all the kids would be going crazy,
Okay.
like if you ever played like an Xbox Live chat room, like you know that they need the fucking MLK speech. But what they did is they took out all the tomato vending machines, so you couldn't throw tomatoes. And then on top of that, they took off most of the dancing emojis, but there's one that they couldn't take off because it was a part of like a DC promotional thing that they were doing. So they had to keep it on for the month. And it was Catwoman's whip.
No, there's no way.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
There's no
dog.
way.
That's
So
uncomfortable.
while they're doing the MLK
There's
speech,
no way.
there's hundreds of kids running around going, "I have a dream," whoopah, and
There's
just
no
smacking
way.
whips all over the whole time.
I
It's-
can't believe
It's
it.
legit crazy that no one thought that through, or they didn't call DC like, "Yo, maybe it'd be a bad look for the game or the movie if we don't do this."
There's no fucking way. Shippy, is this real? Why has Catwoman got a whip? What does that have to do with cats?
They got long tails.
Yeah, but they don't use them for whipping.
Not yet.
They'd be swatting flies with them and shit, right?
What,
Long ass
cats?
tail. Yeah.
Yeah, you think they have like Wolverine claws or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was her shit. That
Why does she have a whip?
You gotta have something else, I guess.
stupid.
Look, I think it's a sexual thing.
Yeah, it's a sexual
Yo, what's the sexiest weapon we could give this girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her
Yeah,
a
get
whip.
this kid
And
something
what
to jerk off
DC
to.
movie came out?
Catwoman, I guess. I don't know.
Really?
Apparently, they did Catwoman or something.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
So, yeah, they had a collab with Catwoman. And they
Oh
had-
my God.
So they couldn't
bro.
take off her whip. So literally, MLK's talking about racial justice.
There's no fucking way, dude. Yo, Fortnite's kind of lit.
Yo, it's lit, dude. It's a whole game for kids where you learn how to shoot people and you jump out of a school bus.
Wait, why do you jump out of school bus?
I don't know, but that's what they thought kids in America needed. Is like, yo, let's teach these kids how to shoot people out of a school bus.
We do need that. Shit is self-defense at a certain point.
Yeah. So I think they're responsible for all the shooting.
How did I miss this game? How many buttons you got to use to play it?
It's almost double digits, bro. It's
You know what
double
I'm
digits.
saying? If you got to use the ones that's where your thumbs are on
that's
it at the
crazy.
same time,
That's
that's,
crazy.
too
Son,
much
2
for me.
joysticks. Once Halo came
Oh
out, I
my
was done. I
God.
said, I'm not doing this. I'm not
many
doing this.
joysticks?
What's a Halo game?
Once Halo came out, I said, I'm out, bro.
Yo,
Anything
Halo was old,
Son,
man.
son,
That's what I'm saying.
That shit was for IBM.
Came out in
I was-
2001.
son,
That came out in 2001, bro.
I was like 16. I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
Damn,
It's
nah,
over,
like,
bro.
I didn't even think they had the joysticks back then.
Nah,
they
you had to
did.
use
They
one to
did.
move and then one to go up, down. I said,
was-
bro,
Halo
I'm
came out
out.
before 9/11, I
That's
think.
too much.
That was Xbox first
That's
game.
too much. I don't know why you gotta make this a racial thing,
I know.
Mark.
Why'd you gotta
but
do that, son?
Wait,
I
why
didn't
is
like it
9/11
out of the way.
racial?
You know what I mean? Hey, that's
Why is
Wait,
9/11?
9/11.
Yeah.
gotta
How's
bring
that
it up.
racist?
This guy bringing up 9/11 to me. You know what I mean? For what? Out of nowhere.
Bro, Indians had nothing to do with 9/11.
Yeah, you're not.
How do
you're
you
not
you don't know
brown,
anything
bro.
about that?
Hey, look.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
talking about
lost
you,
some
Floridians.
service members, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Be sensitive. Akaash.
Yeah, Akaash.
It's on you now.
That felt racial to me too.
Yo, we gotta listen to MLK, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get on Fortnite right now.
Can we do the dances?
Never, dog. Come on.
No.
That's- That shit came
Yo,
out.
we're
We were
streaming.
like 33.
We're
bro.
streaming, bro. We're streaming
How old
Fortnite.
is this game, Chiff? Son, I'm 33 years old. I'm gonna play fucking Fortnite. 2017.
Say what? It was
Yeah.
the biggest game in the world.
Bro, that's where Ninja came from.
Ninja was playing Fortnite.
Yeah, he was the first nice Fortnite guy. And
Son,
he turned with the
hey,
most
What's the
personality.
scaffolding thing?
Hey,
Why do you have to build scaffolding?
He grew up in New York. He's like, they're doing construction in this
Yeah,
game? Like,
that's
what's
what
the
it
deal?
looked like to me.
Yeah.
union job.
Yeah.
Fortnite. It's a
Yeah.
Are
union
they getting the
thing.
rent kickback or something?
Yeah,
like they're doing
what's going
construction
on
on the
here?
whole game the whole
But it
time?
looks like it's just scaffolding, like you're just building scaffolding
Yeah.
and then you get to the top and you jump off.
Union training, yeah.
It's just weird.